MotoGP 13 is a bit of an oddity for me. I am a big fan of racing games as of Forza, Dirt, and Gran Turismo, yet all those games had one thing in common: you raced cars. Not here. Put away those keys, cause it's time to ride. Does MotoGP 13 make you want to trade in your Ferrari for a crotch rocket? Or should you just drive on by? MotoGP 13 comes with your basic career, multiplayer, arcade modes that you see in typical racers. In career mode, you play a rising star in the MotoGP world, rising to the top one contract at a time. Here, the game tries to introduce artificial social media, and it has an initial charm, but while you can go through emails from your manager and tweets from fans just after a few races, the same tweets and emails are rinsed and recycled, causing you to just forget about it. You can also mark other racers as targets to beat in races. Beating them can unlock potential future contracts with other teams. My biggest issue is the lack of immersion with your own character. There is very little customization options, and since you never really see yourself outside of the same couple victory animations, you never have a sense of attachment, which is what career mode should be all about. But if I could give a positive, it would be that it has a very good sense of skill progression, moving from one league to the next. So while the career mode isn't bad, it's not particularly good as it introduces really nothing innovative, and after adrenaline wears off, the races feel like a chore. The multiplayer mode was surprisingly pleasant whenever I was able to find a game. Being able to organize online leagues and competing against competitor racers feels satisfying. As an added bonus, console versions support split-screen co-op, an old but gold design that many games today lack. However, the matchmaking system is spotty at best, with disconnects occurring far too frequently. As someone who's spent countless hours on 4 wheels, the change to 2 wheels is a bit jarring. While there is a tutorial to help you learn the basics, it's still a steep hill to climb. Even the most of the assists at my disposal, I could barely finish races without going off track. If you plan to win, it's gonna take a lot of practice. The initial assets is pretty much autopilot, so you can turn them off. Hell, you can even have them full control of the front and back braking. Plus there's a slew of mechanical tweaking options for you ultra gearheads out there. Now, as someone who's never ridden motorcycles, I can't really comment on how realistic the physics are, but compared to other racing games that feature bikes, such as Project Gotham Racing, the bikes feel really heavy. Turning doesn't feel as sharp and precise as I would like it to be, and braking feels spotty, making it easy to understeer. However, the sense of speed is there, especially in the first-person view, and passing opponents is satisfying.
This has been an excellent day for him. Not only is it a great win, it also nets him 25 all-important points for the championship.
I hate to say this, but this game feels dated, like 6-7 years dated. The textures on the bikes and riders look okay, but the track looks meh and the lighting is awful. The sound design is mediocre at best. Soundtrack is almost non-existent as there really is nothing other than stock music A through Z in the menu system, and the sound effects of the bikes and collisions feel underwhelming. As for the voiceovers, a couple lines from the announcers before the race, after the race, and that's it. Now granted, this game doesn't have the ridiculous millions of dollar budget that titles like Forza and Gran Turismo have, but that's a poor excuse. MotoGP 13 looks like something you would buy on an Xbox Live Arcade. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything that grabbed my attention that made me want to pick up my controller. The multiplayer is fun, especially when people decide to throw rules out of the window, but good luck finding people to play with, and the career mode is too generic to run through again.
Hello from the Saxon Ring.
I know I've been hard on MotoGP 13. Part of me wanted to give this game a 7 out of 10, as the game does have its fun moments and it's a breath of fresh air after playing production car racers. But because of its vanilla career mode, unreliable matchmaking, and shoddy presentation, I'm giving MotoGP 13 a 5 out of 10. This is Tommy from the Overshield, and I'll see you next time.